Welcome one and all to this 13th episode of D&D Series 4 with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And today we're going to work on Read the List. This bit over here. Oh, that's odd. The mouse wheel is super slow. It works, but it's pretty slow. It's fine. In the end of the day, I'm going to be using my phone for this, so that's just fine. I have realized something, though, that will be a bit annoying for this. Which is, it's not really set up for a phone. It's kind of in the wrong aspect ratio, but it's fine. I think we'll live with that anyway. So, what we're gonna need is we're gonna need titles and then stuff. I think we should probably have two thingamajigs, two...
Columns?
Yeah, two columns. Exactly. Okay, hide the groceries... show list, and let's take a look at what we've got. So we've got to do and done. So done will be a single thingy, and that's fine. Wait, so yeah, I think it's a good idea to have it done in a separate place actually. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. So done, scroll view, viewport, content, and so on. So we're going to need a scroll view inside done as well. So duplicate the scroll view. Oh, whoops. Here is where I meant. Looks like it adapts to its own content already, which is quite interesting. Not correctly though. Hold Alt and Shift. You did it?
Yeah, I did.
You sure? Wait. Now, hold Alt and Shift. Okay, release. And then it was 30, 30, 30, and 30. And now, this one is also scrollable. Let's see that it works all correctly. Then we're going to change the color.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty good. Shall we put a title straight in it? We possibly should.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly above the scroll view, actually. So maybe a vertical layout group would be a good idea.
But this is going to only be for you, and you will know where they are.
Yeah, I know. That's fair enough. You know, you're right. Okay, so scroll view, viewport, content. There it is. Now the content is currently formatted as a vertical layout group. We're going to leave that. We're going to create a new empty, which we're going to call column. No, this is going to be a pain in the butt if we do it that way. Let's instead... Oh, do you know what could be really cool? To actually have a horizontal scroll bar as well and put everything vertically. So we have each category is vertically spaced.
So?
Yeah, like that. That could work. I don't know. This is fine. This is fine. I'm just trying to think the best way in which this is going to be really comfortable for me to use. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. And one thing is also interesting is we've made it so that it doesn't control the height, because if it controls the height, then you lose everything. What the? That's odd. That's very odd. Okay, wait, we did content, Alt Shift, this, and apparently I've mucked up with the height because I think that now each of them has gone wrong. So if we change the height to like 50 and then duplicate it, hit Control D a couple times, keep going, yeah, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep going. Alright, yeah, now that's better. Alright, so that makes sense. Now, still, let's see if we can change this to a grid.
And now it'll make it annoying to click
type grid.
Any curtain.
There we go. So cell size on the X, much more than 100. So starting axis horizontal. There, that's probably good. 600 or something. And we are going to, I suppose, yeah, that's fine. And what I don't know is, okay, so 1, 2. So it goes horizontal first.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, actually, I think. I mean, I don't particularly like it, but I think it's going to work correctly. Let's keep increasing until it pops. There, so 608. Try 9. Try 10. 9. Wait. 609 apparently is our size. Looks pretty good. All right, there they are. So now we need to decide how this is going to look like. And I think they should all be basically texts, like plain texts that I can click. And as soon as I click them, they go to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I click them on the other side, they come back on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's also going to be titles. Now the titles don't actually have anything, right? So let's move this all the way to the left like this and give ourselves some margin. Extra settings. So let's go with 40 margin left, 40 margin right, and let's increase the maximum scale to about 40. Okay, and this is going to be an example of a title, so call it text underscore title. Title. Because this one will be, you know, vegetables, for example. That's just an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think we want that color of font. I think we want a sort of yellow to indicate it's the title. That's all. Then what we're going to do is we are going to not do text. We are going to have a custom button, I think. So I think we have some prefabs with button. And there they are. So let's put a button right here. Okay. So you can see how it works now. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like it the way it is. We are going to change this. So we're going to delete this button and we're going to duplicate this button here in the prefabs. And we're going to call this one Daddy List button. Yeah, hit enter. Okay, and this one has a custom button, which I think is probably fine. We are going to take care of that later. So let's put it in here and edit it. Now, what's not brilliant about this is that you can see that the title is kind of eating up the space here, right? So perhaps what we could do is whenever we have a title for vegetables, we also have an empty that acts as a spacer like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So every time we put a title, be that, etc. So we need to remember spacers must be an option as well. So let's drag in, rename this one text Daddy List title. Yeah, hit enter. And we're gonna drag it here. And then this one, rename this one Daddy List Spacer. Hit enter. And there we go. So we got Daddy List button. Now let's go and modify this one. First of all, image. Do we or do we not have an image? So we need to have it, I think, so it's clickable. But we're gonna make it disappear like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's it. Then image is fine, text is fine. I see no problem with that, and that's probably enough, really, of all that we need to do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click override and hit apply all. Now that means that this prefab has obtained these properties. Okay, so here's an example. If I drag another one in, you'll see it says fruit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, change the text of this one to apples. Yeah, apples, and no enter, just leave it there. There it says apples, okay. Now I'm gonna drag the other daddy list button in, and it says fruit. If instead I go here and I say overrides apply all,
Then they'll
they
say
all turn
apples.
into apples. Vice versa, if I go revert all, well, I have none, but there, let me show you. So I change this one, and I go revert all, it'll revert to what's here. Okay, so that's how this system works. Anyway, okay, I think we are basically ready to go here. So we can delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, and delete all of these texts. And we can also delete all of the texts on the other side. And the other one has the vertical thing. There's only one thing we need to change. We need to change the color of the scroll bar vertical to be in red. So we'll use this darker red. Or we're using pure red, aren't we? Yeah. Well, I suppose pure red is fine. I think it's just a bit too loud. Yeah, some sort of like mildly darker red. I don't think I have a preset for that. I should put order in those presets, but you know, that would make sense, and I don't make sense. So there, another one, and in the scroll bar vertical, slide in area handle, the handle is going to be pure red instead. So the handle is a little bit brighter. Okay, and that's done. Do we need this spacer here in between? No. Perfect. Ooh, there's a problem now. We've earned a bit of room, but we're not going to be happy because we don't actually know if we've gained some room. And we might have. I'm a bit confused, but I think this is fine. It's looking perfect now. So I'm gonna, well, actually it's kind of a bit much. Yeah, it's gonna be too far. So let's go down to 607, 600. What's it looking like? Too far. 602. Yeah, all right. We could have used spacing. It's just that that's not quite the way grids work. I don't actually like using grids usually. In this particular case, it makes sense. All right, so we need to go to the app manager, hit Control MO. This is going to be our guide to do everything here. So when we go to the list, but nothing really happens. We are going to have to do this. Let's see. Completely empty. Okay, save. Before we can do this, we need to deal with those submit stuff. So to submit stuff, what we're gonna do for now is we're gonna create in Save Manager a saving of the list. Save list template. So we have all of these. Let's quickly take a look at all of this stuff, because I think we should put regions. So put a region here. 3. Region, and go rules. And the region here. Okay. Copy this, paste it here, and call this one database. So we got groceries, save, list template, file name. I think here you can end the region. Wait. No. Copy, paste, save. Now copy, paste. So this one is going to be 0_ make a list. Make the list, I think you called it, whatever. Okay, get list template, all template, invisible, etc. And the region, new region, read. Copy this, paste, save. So here you're gonna say public static void save submitted list. Open, close round, open a squiggle. Okay, so this is not going to be that simple. We haven't actually done this, I don't think. Our app manager has all of the list that it's picking up. Let's take a look at it. List, groceries list, dict list, that's the one. So dict list and dict notes. We need to go through all of the list and all of the notes and then push all of this information. But we are kind of already doing it. In our database, when we save a template, we go to save list template, we build the template. Okay, and then we go to send it to the template. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to modify this particular method so we can reutilize it, which I think makes a lot of sense. So here you're going to say bool template late comma, well, comma here, and put an is in front. So is and then capital T. Yeah, save. Right, so now we're gonna get some complaints, and that's just fine. Are we gonna get some complaints? Yes, we are. Good. So save list template. Here you're gonna say true, comma, save. Okay. Now we are gonna need the same thing, but it's not going to go here. It's going to go to our database here. It's going to go through all of the dict list, do whatever it needs to do, add all of the notes, etc., save everything. And then here, you see it says save list template. Here's where we're going to say if is template. Close round, open squiggle. Cut, paste. Whoops, too many. Save. Else, open, close. Copy all of it, paste. And this one's gonna be save whatever. Save submitted list. Save. Content and not list name. Save. Okay. So there's our submitted list. Interesting that list name is being separated, but doesn't list name already feed into the content? Maybe not. Huh. Doesn't look like it. I think it's done by the save manager. Interesting. So here you need to request a string. Content. Save. Now, for now, this is kind of temporary. Actually, this annoys me. Hit Shift Tab, Shift Tab, Shift Tab, Shift Tab, and Shift Tab. Save. Okay. So, like in save list template, right? We're gonna need something like this. It's just the file name is going to. Well, we don't need that. We're just gonna need a default file name. So we're gonna copy all of this. I'm gonna paste it over here. We're gonna actually delete this. Save. So instead of set string file name, you're gonna put a quote. Call it daddy list.
Like.
Yeah, daddy and then list. No, all connected. Yeah. List. Close. And it's only gonna see, that's where we added that list name. We don't need that. Save. Okay, so this should save the submitted list. So now in the pop-up manager, we can copy this thing, and in custom button, when we press it and we go submit, we paste this, save. Ooh, I don't want to go to main when we submit. Save. It's going to be false here, and no list name. Save. Now it's going to cry because it wants a list name. So here you're going to say equals save. Okay, so the list name is becoming entirely optional, And I think that's just fine. Because it's only used here, we don't really need it. Okay, so we're using save list template. Now, obviously, that's annoying. So hit Control-R twice. Save list. Save. Okay, good. Now, that should be it for now. So, yeah, so submitting shouldn't cause any problems. Let's see, make the list. So let's go with fruit, apples, bananas. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I know why we removed the
Outline.
outline. Okay, we'll fix it in a minute. I'm not worried right now. Now, oh, we got Ted. We got stupid things for now. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just do this and carrots and lettuce. She asked me for garlic recently. What does she ask me frequently for? Tomatoes, fruits. She was apples, bananas.
Maybe some
Pears, and go a few. A few. Yeah, hit enter. Submit. Okay. Registry editor. Grocery list, daddy list. Fruit, apples, bananas, pears, a few. Vegetables, carrots, lettuce, tomatoes, meats, chicken, breasts. Okay, good. So that has worked.
Let's remove Ted and
Yeah, we'll take care of that later. Okay, so for now this is done. Now what we need to do is read the list, and you see that nothing works. So whenever we click that read the list, we need to actually go and load this file.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, this is kind of going to be quite different on the internet, but it's something we can worry about next time, which is probably going to be the last one at this point. Anyway, so oh, I just realized something. Wait a moment. I think it says discard. Don't like that. I don't like that. We're gonna change this to a yellow button, and we're gonna say back to menu or something.
Mm-hmm.
Back to main menu. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's do that right away. Show groceries, hide list, and this menu button over here. Item discard, image text, change. Don't change that actually. Change the color to yellow, and
then we need to go in the code.
Item discard. Yeah, rename this one to item back to menu. Yeah, no, item just back to menu. Don't really know why, but okay. Back to menu. In our enums, do we have an enum database? I don't think so. So app manager, that's probably going to be the enum button function. Control-R twice. Back to menu. Yep, that's just fine. Right, so we forgot something. It's still gonna read discard. Hit Control F. Back to menu. And now we don't even have the problem save with 2 is usually lowercase actually. 2 letter words generally speaking will be in titles.
3 as well.
Yeah, depends on the word. Make the list, back to menu. Make the list, add a couple of vegetables, back to menu, make the list. Ooh. Wait, what?
We removed that, I think.
Okay, so it doesn't update properly when we go back in there, and it kind of destroys the thing every time we enter the groceries. Let's see, change state, set up main buttons. When you go to, set up groceries, create grocery notes, create grocery list, update grocery list display. Odd. So I would have thought that it would destroy all of the buttons. Clear categories and clear items. Is there Maybe clear items never happens. Clear grocery list. I would have thought that this one does everything. Oh, create grocery list, whatever. Yeah, let's clear items here as well. So let's see if that's better. Make list, vegetables, garlic. Back to menu, make the list, vegetables, garlic. Okay, so that's at least a bit better. Not brilliant that you lose all of the information, but it's okay. Again, it's a tool for us, so if it's not fantastic, you know, live with it. Okay, now back to the app manager. Hit Control M-O. Void setup daddy list. Open, close, open the squiggle. Yeah, now replace that 9 with an open. And hit Shift Tab, and let's hope it's just these, but my bet is all of them. I thought so. I can't convince it to stop doing this, so save. I've tried. Yes. Okay, now this thing is actually going to need stuff. So we got structure grocery, structure main. We're missing a new structure. Copy. So structure, whatever we called it, list. Save. Okay, so we're gonna need a container for all of the items. We're gonna need the 3 templates for the for the title, the spacer, and the item. And that's that, I think. So copy these. Actually, copy all of these. Ha! Somehow they're very similar. Paste. Save. So instead of hideable row template, this one is going to be daddy list title template. Copy this, paste here, spacer, paste, item, save. Now technically that's a custom button. We're gonna have to remember that. So we're gonna need a list of titles and then a list of spacers, or maybe just a list of game objects for all the things that exist there. Yeah, I think that's probably best. I think so. So it's going to be a list of game objects. Alright, anyway, so category container. This one is going to be daddy list container. Containers. Save. We got 2 containers, right? And we are going to need a private list of game object. Game object. If you looked at the screen every now and then, it'd be useful. Call it list underscore daddy list. And actually, let's be adventurous. S. So daddy lists. So we're gonna go through the daddy lists and clean them up every time, and so on. All right, so let's begin here. Copy this. If paste equals null, close, open. Gosh. Paste equals new, space, tab, open square bracket, 2, close it. Save. 4, tab, copy, paste, dot length, 4 tab J paste square bracket I dot count. Save.
How come length there and then count here?
Because the first one is an array, the second one is a list. It's an array of lists.
But then wouldn't it still be a list?
No. You could make a list of lists if you want, but this is an array of lists. An array has a length and a list has a count. Why? I don't know. But I kind of appreciate it. It helps actually distinguish them. I use the length or the count property a lot, so it's really useful to know immediately which is which. That helps me. So at any rate, here you're gonna say if copy this, paste it, square bracket J is not null. Destroy, open, copy, pasta, close, semicolon. Yes. I suspect this is actually going to be really annoying to use. And you'll see why later. Unless we play it differently, which we probably will at this point. I just got an idea. Anyhow, so destroy list, daddy lists, etc. Wait a moment though. If that's the case, we should probably have a dictionary with the categories. I think that'll be quite helpful. So instead of having just a list of items, we should have a dictionary. Yes. Oh no, not here though. Or yes, here. No, not here. This will be all the objects. I think this is still going to be useful for different reasons. But at that point, I don't think we need 2 of them. We're gonna have a generic list of everything. So instead of daddy lists, call this one get daddy objects. Yep. Copy it. Pasta. Pasta. Remover. Open closer. Pasta. Remover, shift tab, count, pasta, pasta, save. Okay, so here we destroy everything, then pasta dot clear, open close arm, semicolon. Okay, so that's how we set up the list. Let's create a void just for this. So void renew. Okay, renew object list. Normally we use the reset, but for whatever reason we went with renew this time. Whatever. Save. Cut all of this. Paste it here. Copy this here, semicolon. Alright, so here we're renewing all of the objects. Well, we're deleting them really. Renew is kind of a lie, actually. Yeah, hit Control R twice. Let's call it reset. Set. Save. Now we need to load that thing. Let's see the database, because I'm sure the database is capable of loading the template list. So let's go take a look. In the pop-up manager, there isn't anything, so it must be a custom button. So let's see, hide load saved list. Load the list template from list name with string name. Blah. All right, so let's see, string loaded list, load list template file. All right, so this one is directly from here. I quite like it. Let's create one over here, which is going to be public static void. load submitted list. Open, close, open squiggle. That's save template list, load list template file, copy all of it, pasta. Copy this here, here. String. Save. Okay, so we got the load the submitted list, name and content, blah blah blah. Okay, copy all of this. Void. Load submitted list. Open, close, open squiggle, pasta, save. Okay, so loaded list is type load, submitted list, none of any of this, save. Okay, so we got the loaded list. Now, name and content, we don't need it. There's no name, save. In fact, we don't even need this. And copy this, paste it here, save. Okay, so we got separated categories, then categories and item, blah blah blah. Separated categories, set item, receive grocery notes. So all of these things need to change now. We are going to need a new dictionary for this, which is what I was saying before. So it's going to be a dictionary that's essentially the same as this. So let's think this through. So it's a string. Yeah, we're going to need pretty much this. We could recycle this one, but I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. So let's copy them both.
I already did.
Okay. Let's paste them here. Add the word daddy here. And the word daddy here. Save. Copy. Now wait a moment. Where are these created? List daddy. Well, where are the other ones, I suppose? Set up groceries, main buttons. It's not this. Create groceries. Oh, I think it's just gonna be directly in here. So here you're gonna say if open paste is null equals null. Close round, open squiggle, hit enter twice, close. Paste equals new. Tab, open, close round, semicolon. Paste dot clear. Open, close round, semicolon. Now we're going to do the same with if. Open round, dict. Daddy notes, is it null? Null. Close round, open squiggle. Copy this. Paste equals
Tab.
new.
New, then tab.
Tab. Open, close round, semicolon. And then copy this. Paste here. Dot clear. Open, close round, semicolon. Alright, so that's all correct. So now we loaded the list and now we're going to start populating it. So category and items, separated category and items, separated items, category and items. So for J, separated items length. Okay, well actually before then we're gonna go through the categories. So we're gonna copy daddy list, so copy this, paste it here, dot add, and here it's gonna need a string and then a list. Wait, I'm asking you to think. You're gonna have to feed it category and item 0, so copy, that's the name of categories, paste, open square bracket 0, close, comma. And now a new list of strings. So new, let's tab, open, close round, open, close round again, semicolon. So now you've added one new item in the dictionary, which is going to have the name of the category, in our case, fruit. So fruit has been added, but fruit is still empty. We're going to go through the separated items, and we're going to go through item and note. We're going to remove this set item, and we're going to add the item. That's the first thing. So copy this, paste it here. I got it wrong. So square bracket, copy this, paste it here, close square bracket, dot add. That's the list of items. Open round. You want copy item and note, paste, 0. Round, semicolon. So that's definitely true. Now, if the item and note does have a note, then we're going to add a note. So save here, copy this, paste it here, dot add, open round, and this one needs a string and another string. The first string is the item note, paste, and comma, paste again, and put a 1. 1.
So 0 is the items, 1 is the note?
Yes, save. That's how we interact with all of this stuff. So this dictionary list has a category first. That's how the dictionary separates between the things. So it's got categories, and then inside it's got another list that has all the items. And then completely separately, the notes are just connected to the item. So when we then parse this information, we're going to see how we do it. Wait a moment though. There is kind of another thing, which is each of these items needs to know which of the two boxes it belongs into. And that's kind of not obvious. So it's as if we would need more info for each of these. So here it says list a string. And I think we're going to make a change. Ooh.
String.
Dictionary. So it's a dictionary of dictionaries, okay, with string, which is the item itself, and then boolean. Yeah, save. So this will tell us whether we are already got or not yet got, right? So whenever we load into the list, we not yet got, that's for sure. So this one is a dictionary here. And then comma bool, and copy dictionary, paste it here, comma bool, save, and now it's going to say, I'm not happy with this. Okay, comma false, save. Alright, now none of the items have been picked up yet, right? And that's all good. Alright, so we got the loaded submitted list, and all of the list has been saved and prepared, etc, etc. So now it's a matter of parsing that list. So let's copy this, paste it here, semicolon. Next, save. I just thought of something. We can't exit this menu, but I think this is a good idea. I don't want to accidentally on the phone exit the menu. So I think that's just fine. There's not going to be any buttons, in other words. So this is all done, and now what we need to do is we need to go through all of those objects and put them all in. So it's going to be a for each. So for each, type FORE, tab. Now it wants a key value pair here. Yeah. And open of type. And this one is going to be string, comma, dictionary of type, string, comma, bool, close of type twice, call it K, in dict, daddy list, save. So we're going to go through each of the categories inside the daddy list. For each category, we start building things. All right, so we're going to say, copy this, daddy objects, paste, dot add open round, and now we need a template. Which template? We start with the category template. So it's gonna be whatever we call this. Daddy. I know it's daddy somewhere, so type daddy. List title template. Here you're gonna say vector 3.0. Vector 2 is fine as well. .0, comma, quaternion.identity, QU tab, I tab. Oops, wrong one. My bad. Right, I think you put a capital, didn't you? Yeah, of course you did. Comma, and now it's the container. So type container. So it's daddy list containers, and this one is 0. And close semicolon. We forgot something slightly important. Instantiate. Open round. Save. Okay. Good. Now, that's the first part. The second part is we immediately need a spacer. So copy this, paste it, instantiate, type spacer. There it is. That is spacer template. And that's exactly correct. All of these get put in order inside the daddy container. So it's going to be just fine.
Okay.
Next, what we need to do is, I need to think. So now we need to start going through all of the items of this dictionary. So you need another for each. Tab. Copy all of this because we're lazy. Paste it here. And here instead of this, go dict. No. Dict daddy list square bracket k. No, wait. K dot value. That's a dictionary. We know that. Cannot be called K. We're gonna call it sub K. I've never had two for eaches in one another, believe it or not. Save. Now this is obviously wrong because K value isn't like this. K value is like this. So key value pair, string and bool. That's all you want. Save. All right. Now you're going to copy all of this, paste here. Do you know, I just realized something a bit daft. It's going to be fine. So daddy object instantiate. This is going to be not spacer, but what did we call it? Item, entry? I can't remember. Object, something, item.
Item.
So type item with a capital I. Save. Okay. Now this one is a button. Actually, we forgot something. We need to do things with this. I don't see any way of being quick about it. So here we're going to have to do things a bit manually. So copy daddy objects, paste it, square bracket, paste it, dot count, -1, close, square bracket, dot, get component, dot, no, that's more type. And this one is going to be text mesh pro ugui. Ugui. Open close round dot set text open round k dot key close round semicolon. There we go. So this looks awfully complicated, but essentially it means you're going to the last element of your list, which is the one you just added, and then you are getting the text mesh pro, which you know is there because you just added a list, a title, and then you get its text mesh pro, and then you tell it, hey, you're gonna be the name of the category. So this one's gonna read fruit. Easy. Now we're gonna have to copy all of this. We're gonna have to paste it here. Yeah, and we are going to. We're going to have a problem. We're going to have a problem because our button is setting, so our custom button here receives an ID. And that's all fine and dandy. But how does it know the note? How does it know what note to pick? We do actually. So all we gotta do is when we're setting the text, we're gonna create a new separate group and sort it out. Yes, it's going to work just fine. One question, is this private? They are both public. Perfect, so we can reach them. Awesome. All right, never mind. So this is not that, it's custom button. Now, and this one is going to be dot setup open round, and let's see what we gotta do here. Button function, hit tab and don't do anything. So inside button function we need new things. We're gonna need, so let's see, we've got item, you need daddy item here. Daddy item, wait, daddy item to get, comma. Daddy item.
Alright, done.
Yeah, or already got. Save. Alright, so copy this. Let's go back to control end. Paste, comma. And this one is going to have the string ID of our sub k, copy, dot key, close round, semicolon. Now that's not exactly right, because it could be already gotten. So we're gonna copy sub k, paste it here, dot value, question mark, put exclamation mark in front of here. So if you didn't get it yet, it's daddy to get. Copy this, colon,
otherwise it's
paste.
already got.
Yeah. Type that. Thanks. Alright, set a button. Let's just put it like this so it's a bit easier to read. Save. Alright, that's good. Ooh, I just realized something. The button is going to highlight when you select it. I suppose it's fine. Bleh. We'll see. We'll see how we'll design that. Now that's all done and that's good. So all of these are added. Now what we need to do is we also need to worry about the note, but that's gonna come after. For now, all of this is done. So technically, this may already work.
If we have called everything and assigned
But
everything.
before we do that, here we're gonna create another void. Populate submitted list. Open round, close round, open square, cut all of this and put it in here. Copy this, put it in here, semicolon, save. Copy this. Change state, blah, 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 paste here, semicolon. Yeah, save. Now, a few things before we go in at least to test this. Here you want another case. Space tab, dot, colon, enter brick, semicolon, and then case, space tab, to get, colon, save. No.
Oh.
Yeah, they're both the same. Save. Now tm text, copy all of it, paste. So it's gonna be copy ID, paste, and then we're gonna say plus, and here what you're going to say is app manager dot script dot get note for submitted list item, open round, ID, close round. Now check this out. It's not happy, right? It's saying, oh, I don't know what happens. Hit Alt Enter. Generate method. Oi, where did it put it? I don't know where it put it. Oh, okay, cut. Save. Control End. Paste. I like it that's internal. Shift Tab. Save. Now we're just gonna go with the more simpler public. Save. Yes, internal is sort of a lesser public. I quite like it. Yeah, I mean, I like it in principle. I've literally never used it, I think. So not implemented exception just means it's going to give you an error. Hey, you haven't done this yet. Save. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to say if dict daddy notes dot contains key open round ID, close round again, open squiggle, enter, close, return quote space, and it's going to be copy, plus paste square bracket ID. That should be semicolon, that's it. Now, I'm not happy with that. Open a round bracket here. Plus closed round bracket. So in save. So in brackets, we're gonna have that and return empty. Yeah, brilliant. Save. Yeah, so basically, if this thing exists in the notes, then cool, give me the note. Whoops. If it doesn't exist in the note, then give me nothing. So if you add a nothing to this, then it's just going to be ID. Otherwise, it's going to be space, bracket, and whatever is in the brackets. Save. And that should be good for now. Now, when we press the key, case, the button, space, and we don't need to discard the list. It auto discards itself. Case tab dot to get colon. Enter, break, semicolon, and then copy all of this, paste the other one, save. So for now, nothing, because, yeah, it's not really going to work at the moment. All right, so play, let's see what we get. Now go in here, boink. All right, we forgot to assign a million things, as is usual. Our tradition, really. Okay, so daddy list title template. So this is daddy list title, daddy list item template, daddy list spacer, daddy list containers, 2 of them. Not you, but you. And now we're gonna lock this guy so he doesn't run away. And we can peruse around. So this one is the to do, and this one is the other one. And that's that.
And now.
Maybe. we don't have any errors. Okay, so there's a problem here, which sucks. Which is you can get vegetables like that. We can also see
the scroll bar.
You don't need it. There isn't enough stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So what's happening here is that vegetables is appearing up here and really does suck, so we're going to fix that immediately. And I'll show you how. We're going to use math to do it. So here you're going to say int counter equals 0, semicolon. All right, now here, basically, you're going to say if counter percentage sign 2 equals let me think, 1 close round, open squiggle, hit enter twice, close it, Copy all of this and paste it. Save. Now I'll explain what that means in a moment. Just wait. Copy this. Paste. Plus plus semicolon. Copy. Paste. 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 Save. Okay. So actually cut this. I don't like it here. Put here. And that's better. Save. So what does this mean? I created a counter that's just an integer that goes up with each and every item that gets added. So ignore the first lines, we'll discuss these. So the first item that gets added for sure is fruit, right? And that's fine. Then we what is the title? Then we add a counter, so the counter will now be 1. Then we add a spacer, the counter will now be 2. Then we add various items, I don't remember how many.
We have 3. We have pears, apples, bananas.
Alright, so then we add 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? So that continues. Now, what does this mean? This is a modular division. So what it does is it gives you the remainder of an integer division.
Oh, okay. So instead of giving you the result, it gives you
the remainder only. So in a division by 2, in an integer division by 2, what are your 2 possible remainders?
You could have 1 or you could have 0.
Correct. You can have 0 or 1. So if it's 0, you know you're dividing an even number. If it's 1, you know you're dividing an odd number. If it's an odd number, that means we must be in the second column. If we're in the second column, I'm adding another spacer.
Okay.
Understand?
So the second column would be number 1 in numbers. So then you would add a spacer.
Yes, instead. Now, this is all for the setup. It's going to be a bit of a headache when we actually need to work on this. There, see? So there's an extra spacer being added here. Now, it's going to be a bit of a headache when we select carrots. Carrots goes to the other side. And then what happens? Right? It goes to the other side. Do we leave this as an empty hole? Do we rearrange everything? My answer is we rearrange absolutely everything. Oh, yes. Which means we need to modify things a bit. Oh, I missed some chat. Hey, Play Studio. Sorry, we're doing the show with my daughter, so when we do the show, we don't really talk much with people because it goes on YouTube, and that's that. But yeah, it's a project we're doing together. Okay, so populate the submitted list, therefore, is going to need to be called all the time. That also means we need to reset the object list all the time. But the submitted list doesn't get reset. So that's interesting. Cut these, paste it here, create a new void, update daddy list. Open, close, right? Open a square bit, hit enter, right? Close. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to cut these, put them in here, copy this, put it in here, semicolon, save. So that's update daddy list, and it's basically only updated one list. Well, no, this is just doing the thing. Then it populates it. Now for populating, you can see that it's assuming that all of them go into the left box. But that's not necessarily the case. We could need to go into the right box. So you see how we're setting it up as daddy item already got, but that means that the daddy list containers is wrong. It needs to go into the other list container. And if it goes into the other list container, that also means the counter is not going to go up. Because the other list works differently, right?
Yeah.
It's just everything piled down. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to change the way this logically works, and we're not going to use tertiary just because operators, because we're going to need to have a very clear logic here so we don't get confused. So here you're going to say if open round sub k dot value, close round, open squiggle, hit enter twice, close, else, open close, enter twice, close, save. Put an exclamation mark. We're gonna start with the things I need to get. Cut this, paste it here. Now, because we've done that condition, this one is pointless to us. So I'm going to remove this and just leave this. Save. Okay. So that's setting up that button, and that's all fine. And the counter goes up. That's also fine. On the other end, though, copy this, paste it here, put a 1. Save. This one goes into the other thing, and then copy this, paste it here. Actually, now we don't even need this crazy spacing of ours. So we can do this, and we can do it over here as well, and we can do it over here. Except this one is already got. Hello?
Oh, sorry.
Already got. Already
Oh.
got. Save. All right, save again. Now, when we press one of those buttons, Control-M-O, we're going to need a new public void here. Actually, not really. Just public void on update daddy list. Public. Yeah. And we are actually gonna need something, and that is going to be send daddy item to container, open round, bool, already got. And close round, open squiggle, hit enter twice, close it. And we also forgot another thing, copy this, copy this, paste it here, comma, and change ID to item. Save. All right, so we're gonna send a certain item to a container. So let's go straight up to the button here, and you're gonna call app manager dot script dot send daddy item to container. Now here we're in item to get, therefore we're gonna send it to the other one. So here you say the item is ID, comma, true. Close round, semicolon. Copy all of this, paste it here, false. Save. And we forgot another thing, actually. The button needs to be reset up, but we're gonna take care of it on the other side. So here inside App Manager, this one actually can be private, so save. But the buttons get reset up automatically because they got all destroyed by update daddy list. So copy this, paste it here, open close round, semicolon. And here what we need to do is we need to actually affect the populated lists. So list daddy objects. That's going to be a problem. We need to get the... Ooh, there's a risk. No, there isn't. Because our database is only cumulative and indestructible. Nobody other than you and I who can go into the registry, right? Obviously, whoever can hack the game, which we don't care. So can change the database. And even if you hide things, they still exist. Right? There's a problem here because we're going to ask the item to find its own category. What if that item didn't exist? What if a category for that item didn't exist because somebody tampered with the database? The game's going to explode. You're going to get a crash, right? So, and that's fine. We're going to accept that possible eventuality. All right, so it's going to be list daddy objects. Copy. No, wrong. Here. Daddy list. Copy this. Paste it. Now, square bracket. And it's going to be database script get something. Dot script dot get item. Get category from item. There it is. Open round item. All right, so that's the correct thing. Now, here you're gonna go to values, and let me think for a moment. So the values is another dictionary. Square bracket item. Close. Equals. Already got. Semicolon. It's It's not happy. Okay, wait a moment. So daddy list is dictionary string, so we get there. And then inside there's another dictionary, which is inside values.
And there's also a bool.
Yeah, I can tell that, and that all makes sense. Why are you not happy with this? It should work. Cannot apply indexing with square bracket to an expression of type dictionary string bool value collection. That's a dictionary. Property or indexer. It should work. Bit confused. That surprises me. I've never seen this before. So what will be the issue? I've got to it. I've got the dictionary. Why in the world would you not like that? Do I have a set or something? No. It would be square bracket, wouldn't it? It would be an item because it's a string. Cannot apply indexing with square bracket to an expression of type dictionary string bool value collection. Okay. C# cannot apply indexing with to an expression of text is a collection generic in IEnumerable. Indexing is covered by IList IEnumerables. I have some of our list. Some collections, like a linked list, cannot be indexed in a practical way, but they can be accessed item by item. IEnumerable is a collection. You generally only find IEnumerables as function parameter, meaning the function can accept any kind of collection because it needs the simplest access mode. So type nested dictionary, or I'll type it. How's that? Nested dictionary. Cannot. There you go. Exactly our problem. So let's see how somebody's going to do something with it. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Add this to dict wrapper. Dict wrapper is another dictionary, nested dictionary. I see. So they are creating a subclass. Create, interesting, I've never seen this. And then inside that thing. Okay, yeah, that's called wrapping. I've never done it before. Get return set nested dictionary. That is an interesting idea, not one we will follow, or will we? We won't. We'll do things a bit differently, but that's interesting. It's something I should probably learn. So we're gonna change this again. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a new class, public class. And you're gonna call this one capital D daddy list item. Open a squiggle, hit enter twice, close it. This one's going to contain a public string and oh, that's such a hot idea. Why didn't we use it before? Anyway, public string, and you're gonna call this item name. Semicolon, hit enter. Save. Now this you're going to say public bool already got and semicolon. We're not going to do anything else for now. We could have done more actually, but save it for now. So instead of dictionary, here type list. You pressed insert, I think, somehow. Copy daddy list thing. Open of type, paste. And close another. Save.
And not dict. Oh wait, it's still a dictionary.
It's still a dictionary. So
it's a dictionary with
now
list.
everything's exploding, and that's just fine. So here we're just gonna be lazy. New tab. Open, close, round, semicolon, save.
Oops, press the Windows key.
Copy this. Paste it here. Save. Save again. Okay. Add. Aha, we need a constructor. Ta-da. Public. Daddy list item. Open round. String. Underscore item name. Yeah, you need a space. Copy. Paste. Comma. Copy all of this. Paste. Put an underscore here. Close round, open squiggle. Save. Copy. Paste equals. Paste. Semicolon. Semicolon. Copy. Paste equals paste. Semicolon. Boop. Boop. Save. Alright, so we got our constructor so we can build it on the fly. So here we're going to say add, and here you're going to type new. Copy, paste, open round, close round, save. I don't know why I said close round and you pasted, but that's okay. Close round. I said close round and you hit Control S, and instead of hitting Control S you hit Control V. So that's good. Your brain works. Not. Alright, so that's done. For each bleh, this one is wrong. It's this. Copy this. Paste here. Save. Now let's see if it complains anywhere down. It should. So for each, and for each is now not exactly what we want. So we're gonna say for tab 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 tab, and it's going to be copy this, paste this, dot count, because it's now a normal list. Save. Now cut all of this, paste it here, delete this, save. And sub k doesn't make any sense. It's gonna be k dot value dot, no dot actually, square bracket I dot already got. And it's going to be copy all of this, paste it here, dot item name. Copy this, paste it here, save. All right, that's fixed too. Now for the last one, yay! Values. Now item is not going to be possible to do this way. We're gonna have to loop through them. So for tab tab. I can't believe it actually accepted that. Lucky. Cut, paste, dot count. Guess it's value. Hey? Dot v. Hey? Oh. What? My dude, what is so complicated about this dictionary? Got a bit of a suspicion. Try this. System serializable. I don't think this is gonna make a difference, but it could. Save. This has never happened to me, but I don't use dictionaries very frequently. Holy smokes. I can't access the dictionary. Is that what's happening? But why? I should be able to. I've got it. It's the right bloody one. I think that was probably the problem even before. Because we need to go and modify that stupid dictionary thing. Cut, paste equals new tab. Oh, see, that's not good. Can I do this? Dot. I can. Okay. Okay. Good. Oh, I see. Never mind. I'm stupid. Cut this. Paste here. Not count. Save. All right. So we're gonna go through all of them, and here we're gonna say if. Open round. Okay. So see, this is really annoying. We're gonna have to recalculate it numerous times. So here, type string. Call it category equals. So we save it temporarily. Cut this, paste it here, semicolon. Copy this, paste it here. So copy all of this, paste it here. Square bracket I. Dot item name is item. Close around. Open this quick. Hit enter twice. Close it. Save. Okay. Save. And here you're gonna say copy this, paste it. Already got. Yeah. Equals already got. Copy this, paste it. Semicolon. Okay. Now we found it. Do we need to keep looping? We found the item you're looking for. Suppose you've just changed apples. Do you need to keep looping through pears and everything else?
No, we did 4.
Break. Semicolon. So we're gonna exit that 4, and then we're gonna update the daddy list. And all of this should actually finally bloody work with a bit of pain. Save. We should have made a class for these earlier. It would have been so much easier. I didn't think about it, so we did hundreds of dictionaries instead. Save. Whatever. It's not a big deal as long as it works. Okay, it's gone over there. That's all working, right? I mean, we clearly have a problem there, but that's fine. Hello, Alienware. We're in the middle of our show, so we don't talk much to audience, but we're almost done. As soon as we're done, we'll be happy to interact. So let's see here. Scroll view, content. All right, why is it not working? Vertical layout group. It does have child control child size width, but not the height. Why in the world would you be unhappy with that? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit this and this and this, and then pause, and let's go take a look. So there's daddy button clone, and for some reason its height is borked. I think this is missing a height. And this height is present here because the cells have a height. Daddy list button has no height. Put it on 60 here. See if that will help. Might do.
And it does.
Ta-da! Pairs a few. That works. We have our list. The only thing that remains to do now
Is send it to the phone.
is make it, send it to the internet. And we're gonna do this next time, which will probably mark our final episode for this season. And on that note, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time when we go buy groceries, unless the stores have no more and the world is going to collapse into an apocalypse.
Bye.
Bye.